Hey guys, I'm Bart.
I'm Gio.
I'm Joe.
I'm Tiffany, and you're watching
AskTheFeels.
Today we have a question from Joan Mass.
Hey guys, love the show. Well, my girlfriend recently asked me how many girls I've slept with, and I don't want to tell her. I don't feel comfortable telling her because I feel that she may get mad and see me in a different light from who I really am than from the number of girls I've been with. Well, thank you.
How would you feel if there's this question that you want to know about her, and then she lies to you about it? Or she just says, you know what, I don't feel comfortable talking about this. I think you would feel fucked up, and your imagination would take control, and you're just gonna be imagining all these fucking crazy scenarios that never even happened, and you're gonna be driving yourself crazy.
But what if she can't take information very well?
I mean, I still feel like he has to tell her though.
I don't
If
feel
he
that.
asks,
I feel like it's fine because then he's just pretty much by him telling her, then he's pretty much telling her like, okay, so you needing to know the number of partners I've had is important for you, right? So then at that point, once he tells her that number, then that's exactly what he said. She's gonna create this image of him that isn't
After the
really
numbers,
him.
yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, but then I feel like withholding information though makes it worse. So, I guess
Because also the conversation doesn't stop after that. Like after you tell the number, you guys continue the conversation. Usually people they ask, well, who was it? What was it like?
Right.
And that's when you can add a qualitative review to the numerical number.
yeah, and you might want to also ask why they want to know this information.
Yeah, I would do that first.
Yeah.
Because you gotta know what type of mind state they're in and if they're ready to take that type of information and how they'll analyze that information. Because if they're really immature, they're just gonna be like, oh my god, I'm dating a fucking player. And that's what he's afraid of, is being judged wrongly for the numbers, right? Because some people think like, oh shit, that's a lot of numbers. They don't know that you had a lot of great relationships and they weren't just one night stands or whatever. They just hear a big number. So what you need to do is, if you're gonna feel guilty by not telling her, then you gotta first, of course, tell her, but prepare what you're gonna also say so she understands what those numbers mean. But if they're just gonna take the number even after the explanation and still judge you, they're not good for you.
Yeah, they're not ready for a relationship. But I do agree though, I think if people ask a personal question, depending on who that person is, that's where you have to be the judge of their character and figure out why they want to know so you can rephrase those words in a way that they'll understand so they don't take it any other way. But I also think it's very, very important to actually entertain that question and not just say no, that's too personal, or and shut them down, because then you're drawing lines and boundaries in the relationship, and you're already starting a relationship from a very closed off standpoint. And in a relationship, you're supposed to be more and more revealing. Like now I have complete access to Jill's bank account. She has complete. This is even before we. This is before we even got married. Like we would be able to look at each other's finances, and that is very touchy for a lot of people. But if you place boundaries, like, oh yeah, you can't touch my shoes, or you can't do that, then as soon as you start creating boundaries, you're pulling yourself away from each other instead of closer.
That's the true times.
Yeah, I guess for me, it would depend what stage we are in our relationship. Like if I feel close enough to tell them that personal information, but if they're just asking just from the get-go, like, hey, so how many people have you slept with? I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because some people ask that like when you're not even together yet.
Yeah.
Just to get better judgment of who you are. They think that they can tell what type of character you are based off of how many people that you slept with. And I can totally tell like he's afraid of the wrong judgment.
Yeah, and in a successful relationship, I feel like you should never feel like your significant other is gonna judge you.
Yeah, if you do, you should probably get out of that situation.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that episode of Ask the Feels. If there's anything on your mind that you loved about this episode that you want to see more of, go ahead and write it in the comments below. And to check out an even better video, go ahead and click right over here.
Or maybe you need to just ask them what you want, because it could be maybe you wanted to be ridden like a motherfucker, and then he was just trying to be polite and just do things the very cordial way and do doggy style like But then if you're like
Doggy style like a gentleman.
Yeah, but then if you're like, I want you to fuck my fucking brains out next time, then he's like
Yeah, because if you're not vocal during sex, then he doesn't know what you're thinking, because maybe you're thinking, fuck me fucking hard.